These young men started off immature, which naturally are high school kids, but they had to grow up fast. So this group here, they grew up, the maturation process was impressive, but the patience was very, 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 very vital in terms of the coaching staff, having patience and watching them grow.
This season, I feel like we had a bunch of more young guys that really didn't have playoff experience last year. Like the team last year, we had a starting five that went through the playoffs, regular season, all together. But this year, the young guys stepped up way more than I thought they would, and they really shocked me.
Last year, I got some shine, but it wasn't anything like this year. This year, my minutes increased in major minutes.
This season, it's really been like hard work and dedication to this whole year. So it really felt good getting in the gym 24/7, 5:30s, and just being dedicated. It was a lot of adversity coming because we was like a young team around the TSA. So it's a lot of, we all bump heads together. All the grown up just getting into each other's head, just doubting us. But we just kept playing and just kept being a team and brothers.
We really started early this season. We started morning workouts also, getting 30 minutes after practice to an hour, get up shots, drills, anything that we needed and make us better.
This year, it was like, it felt like we was always at our peak, but we didn't want to look at it like that. Because we'll come out blowing the team out, beating them by 30, putting 100 on teams. But them 4 games we lost was 4 key games. We like, we can't beat these 2 teams. We don't know about making. So it's like, we really hit us when we got to that region tournament and really made us, you feel me, really lock in. I was very looking forward to this year, losing 3 players, main players, so I was ready to look forward, stepping my role up and try to lead the young guys this year, see how far we can go. We made it to the state championship.
I always had a dream since a kid to win the state championship and play in high school, and now I finally did it. I learned that I learned more about trust, passing the ball and trusting each other, and integrity plays a big part with each other.
This year was different because we had younger guys that stepped up. They played a major role. We had a guy that transferred in, and he fit the mold with the guys, and there's nothing that was different. It was all love.
We got a program where we're never trying to prove anything. We're built on trying to improve daily. So what we were trying to improve as a program was to prove to ourselves that we could sustain what we've built. So with Kaylon, like I said, with Kaylon and the other athletes leaving, more importantly, just for them to buy in. We had a transfer, Bobo Levante Ivory, for him to come in his senior year, he had to buy in. So initially it was rough, and we've battled in the beginning of the year with people's egos. But once people realized that we had their best interests and we've been here before, and we've got the map. If you want to go there, follow this road.
We try to make sure they understand the importance of being able to think. And sometimes this group tends to think a little better when they're not thinking. It's when they start to think, they overthink things. So we created a situation to where we designated certain areas on the floor that they had to be, but then more so important, understanding how to move without the ball. It was a big brother, little brother complex the entire season. We had some guys that were younger, of course, they were skilled. And the older guys, they just had a little more wisdom because they've been there. We were inexperienced in a lot of areas, so we had to make up for that. So there were times when the big brothers would dominate practice. There were times when the little brothers would dominate practice. So we had to come to a happy medium. But of course, the coaching staff, we clearly understood the importance of leadership. Coaching was one thing this year, but teaching was everything.
Coach Hunter, he is a awesome man, just somebody to look up to when I get older. He teaches me how to be a man and how to play basketball on and off the court.
Coach Hunter, I get more life lessons out of Coach Hunter than just I learn about basketball. Coach Hunter, he's a guy he a leader. That's the one you want to follow. But there's no lesson in particular. It's just a lot of them that's just gonna stick with me, growing up and being a man.
Coach Hunter is a man of not too many words, but he definitely gets across to you. He speaks in analogies, so he doesn't really speak he speaks in analogies, so it's something definitely interesting. That hard work always beats talent when talent definitely doesn't work hard. So and just keep going, and consistent is key.
Coach Hunter and Coach Robinson, they do a great job of mentoring, whether it be them mentoring me as a young coach or pairing players up as far as a older athlete with a younger athlete. And what it does is it builds camaraderie, it builds brotherhood. So in these moments where you feel like you may be by yourself in life outside of basketball, you have somebody you can go to. So it just builds camaraderie, a brotherhood where we come closer and we begin to get closer and we take risks together, but ultimately we're all on the same page for a common goal. It just happened that basketball was the common goal, but more important, it's bigger than basketball. So to get them to understand we're all we got, and we got to stick together. There's a higher power, of course, that controls all of this. So to be here is humbling, but I think the brotherhood is the secret ingredient. We're gonna take a little break now, but we can get back to the weights, get back to working out. As far as classifications, Coach does a great job of preparing us. So this year we played 5A, 6A, and not to be arrogant or cocky. If you want us to play Atlanta Hawks, we'll play them.
Great family bonding, community bonding and building gives us the opportunity to write and rewrite the narrative of what Westside truly represents, because we've conquered new ground and this is unprecedented, and forever we'll remember, and the moments that brought us to it and through it.
This season was simply amazing. It was one where we could have easily given it away, but they chose to buy in and buy into each other and buy into the program and focus. And then, history was made once again, and to be a part of the first team to three-peat in this area has been a dynamic feeling.